Makeup woman gave me nail polish to wear. So I wore it, and my hands looks weird. If the tan looks weird, it's because I use Lancome self-tanner, and the lines are weird. Okay, so a lot of people, you do stand-up comedy, and they have questions like, oh, Janeane, what's it like working on the road doing stand-up comedy? I'll tell you what it's like. And sometimes you go to a club, and you have to stay in the comedy condo. They put you up in a condominium for, the duration of your stay while you're doing your comedy at a club of some kind. And this is how you can tell if it's going to be a really long week. When you get in there and the headliner is already there, and he comes out of the bathroom wearing just those puffy beach pants and kind of noodling on one of those keyboard things like this. That's bad news. Bad news. If his hair's like shorter on top and longer in the back, that is such a bummer. Oh, that is bad. And like if you go, because there's nothing to do ever during the week, and sometimes you say, oh, let's go to the mall and go to a movie, because there's like in these suburbs, there's just movie malls, And if the guy like tries to hit on the ticket girl and says, hey, I'm really funny. If the guy says he's funny, he's so not funny. It's unbelievable. And if before he goes on, he does neck rolls and stretches and maybe air boxes, that is bad news. How was that for an opening segment? That's okay. Okay. I'll bring up the first one. How's that? I'll bring up the first person on Comedy Product here tonight. And we were very, very fortunate to have been able to pry our next act off her bar stool and dolly her on up here. So please say hello to Karen Anderson. Why would she say it?
Hello. Now, many of you may or may not have heard about our lovely, beloved Wyland from the Stone Temple Pilots has a drug problem. Am I wrong? He has a drug problem, so he decided he's going to call the radio station up and he's going to tell them that he has a problem and he's sorry and he's going to read it. But he's too high to do it, so he has Courtney Love do it for him, which... How high do you have to be? He has Courtney Love for a sponsor, you guys. He's sitting at home, got a needle hanging out of his arm. Courtney, help me. She comes over. Wyland, you cannot do heroin that way. The needle's upside down. The pointy goes in. My doctor told me that I have to stop drinking alcohol because I have a numbness in my hand and my arm. Whatever. I don't think so. I love drinking, don't you? Isn't it fun? Yeah, you have a good time with it. You enjoy yourself. I'm one of those people that think alcohol is all it's cracked up to be. I really do. I should be the national spokesperson for the Alcohol Advisory Board. Alcohol, the other clear liquid. Does a body good. Got gin? Whenever I go visit my parents, we have to play those games like Pictionary. Do you do that? Pictionary and what are they, Trivial Pursuit and all that? Well, there's this one game was called Celebrities, and you have to go down a list of celebrities' names and you give clues to your partner, right? You've heard of this game? It's really super easy, right? My parents suck at this game so hard. It's unbelievable. My mom is like the worst. It'd be like, you have a timer, so you have to go really fast. Like, okay, she's a zany redhead. She's married to Desi Arnaz. She has her own TV show in the 50s. She's dead. None of you people know. Who do you think it is? Rip Torn? It's Lucille Ball. Lucille Ball, you guys. Okay. So here's how my mom plays the game. She's, really, really slow. Okay, Mom, go really fast this time because last time you went too slow. Well, you know what, honey? I would go fast if you guys wouldn't put so much darn pressure on me. I could. You and your father think this is a really big thing here. We're not saving lives. It's a game. Well, if you're going to play, play. All right, I'm going to go so fast I'm going to be like grease lightning. Okay, well then go. The timer's over. All righty. This one here, you know. I don't know what show she's in or on, but I know you know her. Pass. gas. Okay, all right, get off my back for crying out the window. Here we go now. Oh, well, honey, now this one you do know. Now, you know Oprah Winfrey. Oh, I'm sorry. What did I do there? Oh, I ruined the game. All right. I would like to do for you now my impression of everybody, I think, in this room getting gasoline. You're in your car. Get out of your car. And then you go to the window and 78 cents on the blue one. Thank you very much, you guys. Thank you.
You know, it's been said that the average person thinks about sex at least 20 times a day, but after you see this next act, it's going to be 24/7, 365. Please welcome the sextabulous Blaine Capatch.
Wow. Sextabulous. That's kind of nice. I've just been so paranoid lately. I don't know what it is. I've been living in Los Angeles for a couple of months. I've got this creeping dread. I'm trying to make my paranoia work for me. I'm trying to be optimistic about it. People aren't staring at me. They're staring with me. I don't know if it's working, though. You know, it's just, I have this feeling that something's going to happen to me. Something's going to, I'm going to die in some crazy way. A bus is going to hit me, or I'm going to get a drive-by in me, or walking down the street and I'll get hit in the head by a frozen chunk of urine from an airliner or something. I almost died a couple of weeks ago. I got into a car accident. My airbag went off. I don't know if you've ever had an airbag go off in your face, but they're startling. Took my mind off the accident for a little while. That was nice. Ah! Hey, what the hell was... Ah! Gee, thank you, Detroit Safety Division, for that millisecond respite from terror. We now join your regular life flashing before your eyes, already in progress. 1 minute I'm driving along, minding my own beeswax. Next thing I know, it blows my knees off the steering wheel, blows my pot and my papers out of my hand. Man, I'm glad I wasn't using my bong. Oh, wonderful. I'm nailed to the headrest till the cop shows up. Who invented this, my dad? I'm so busted right now. I've always wanted to have a near-death experience. That's kind of nice. That'd be really neat, man. Most people describe the same thing. Well, I felt myself pulled out of my body, and I went down a long tunnel toward a bright and loving light. Sounds like what you see when you turn off a TV set, doesn't it? You know what's really weird? Nobody ever dies and nearly goes to hell. It's 1995. Doesn't anybody party anymore? Good God. That must be a bungee jump and a half, huh? Hell and back. Well, the cop shot me 5 times in the chest. I went down like a sack of rivets. I felt myself pulled out of my body, and I went down this long tunnel made out of what appeared to be rectal tissue. I couldn't be too sure, but I kind of had a sneaking suspicion given the circumstances of my demise. Anyway, there's eyeballs gazing into the depths of my soul, and mouths a screaming and wailing and gnashing their teeth as I fly past at ever-increasing velocities. And there's this smell like a home perm. Oh, God, it's give me the willies. Thank God for the Heimlich maneuver. I'm alive to kill again. If I do die, and it's not like natural causes or old age or something, I'd like to be frozen. That would be kind of nice. Kind of get a shot at coming back to life centuries later when all my loved ones are dead and my credit's good. Oh, that would be terrific. See, what they do when they cryogenically suspend you is they flash freeze you at the peak of death to lock in the freshness. And they wrap you in aluminum foil like a big baked potato and dip you in liquid nitrogen. And that way, in a few centuries, they can thaw you out, bring you back to life, and it's off to the zoo, monkey boy! Your loved ones are not alive to help you now. Watch your back in the future, that's what I'm saying. Those guys are pricks. Some people, when they get frozen, they just freeze to their head. I don't think that makes any sense, do you? Because they thaw you out, and you're ahead. What are you going to do? What kind of a job would you have? Like, maybe get a job as a jack-o'-lantern or something. Talk about temp. Good Lord. Working 1 day a year, sitting on a porch in front of a flaming bag of dog poop. Oh, great. As soon as these frat guys get done smashing me, they're going to scoop out my brains and make a pie. I should have just died in the 90s. I don't know how you get your body back either. That's kind of weird. I guess you'd just put a couple of toothpicks in your ears and sit you in a glass of water on the windowsill for a couple of weeks. Like a potato in a biology experiment. Hey, somebody turn me over. I'm getting all slimy. So, I'm almost through my 20s and I have no tattoos. I think that's kind of a nice thing. Thank you very much. Don't get me wrong, I'm not cool, but I've got no tattoos. I don't really have any room on my body for tattoos. Wouldn't take much ink to turn me completely blue. Just a Bic's worth, and I've done it. I've been bored in class before. I've seen some dumb tattoos, man. I think the stigma for me is I think of tattoos and I think of all these like heavy metal douchebags that I grew up with that had dumb bands and stuff. And I've seen cool tattoos and I've seen some weird ones, man. I saw a guy with a tarantula on his face. What are you thinking? When you tattoo anything on your face? Hey, this'll scare off birds. I mean, I guess that looks cool for a couple of weeks playing bass in the garage with your other illustrated buddies, but at some point in my life, I'd like to have, I don't know, sex, or a job, or a conversation with someone, you know? Although this would be quite a conversation starter, don't you think? Jesus, is that a mole? What are you thinking? Sorry, man. I wasn't thinking too clearly. Hey, you don't have a potato peeler, do you? I'm so lonely. If you want to be trendy and mutilate yourself, full of self-hate, you can get pierced. That's a little tamer. Because if you don't like it, you can take it out and it heals. There you go. I got my scrotum pierced last week. Well, not on purpose. I was changing the bobbin. Got a little too close. Took me right in. I should have been wearing pants, but hey, it's a sweatshop, you know? It's got to get a draft going in there. I've seen, you can pierce almost any part of your body. The skin is amazingly resilient. It doesn't even notice. I've seen it all, man. Ears and eyebrows and noses and cheeks and lips and tongues. Tongues? Would Donovan have done that? No. Tongues and nipples and labia and hamstrings and, like the back of your knees and a little thing that hangs down in your throat. It's all been done. It's hard to be original anymore. I'm thinking about getting a neck bolt. That'd be kind of nice. I haven't seen one of those yet. Get myself a neck bolt and some platform shoes, get a whole look. Hey, look, it's unemployable Stein. Nice way to get that tattoo removed. It's just getting out of hand, Now there's piercing and branding and scarification. It's just really odd to me, I mean, think about it. Why stop at just piercing your nipples, Why not just scoop them out with a melon ball? Or pop a couple of glass eyes in there or something. Hey, where you going, ladies? But if you want to have fun with your nipples, just kind of like leave the top half on, so it just looked like you were sleepy. I'm Blaine Capatch, thanks.